Hey girls, so I'm back at you with another review, and I know it's very long awaited. I actually posted a video, as you guys have seen, probably about 2 weeks ago, where I was actually making my my V-shaped wig, also known as a U-shaped wig, and I've had this hair installed in now for, like I said, probably about 2 weeks, and I just wanted to have, a little bit more time to actually thoroughly examine the hair and honestly see how I like it. So this hair initially was sent to me by review, and this is the Prestige Silky Straight Hair. As you guys see, in the state that it is now, it's not actually so straight because I actually curled it, which I'll be doing a tutorial on how I actually do that. I transitioned it from bone straight hair to curly. Now take a look at a few of these clips. I recorded it actually about a week ago when I was initially doing my review on the hair, in which I decided to wait on it. But here you'll see just how straight the hair was. So on with the review. So basically, like I said, this hair was installed as a V-shaped wig. The only leave out that I have is from here to here. That's my leave out, and then I have, like a side part here. But aside from that, everything else is sewn in around the perimeter. I did basically do a base perimeter braid or what have you. And if you guys aren't familiar with my braiding pattern, check that out in one of my previous videos. But basically, having this hair in for 2 weeks, honestly, I can say that I know this hair. I've worn it enough to say, how much I really like it. And so I made the wig probably about a week prior to that, so I've honestly had it total for about 3 weeks or so, and haven't taken it off because it is sewn down. So definitely this is going to be on a day-to-day experience with the hair. So first thing with the hair I would talk about is the luster. The luster of the hair is actually a very high luster quality. I have worn, like I said, this hair, I've only co-washed it once, which I'm actually going to co-wash it again tomorrow. But initially when I got the hair was very silky. So I probably would say if your hair is natural, this may not be quite the brand for you. But however, I would recommend this brand if you are typically, ideally getting married or even going to a special occasion where your hair, does need to be straighter, or high luster where you will be putting additional product in there. So that's number one. The second thing is the color. I actually got the hair in a 1B, and honestly I can say that it was very close to my hair color. Every time I go around, my friends, my family, what have you, are asking me, oh my gosh, like, is that your hair? I haven't seen it in a while. Is that it? So it's very believable. To be honest with you, although it is the high luster, it is still very believable because of the color of it. It's very natural looking, and the hair isn't a virgin hair, but it is actually Indian Remy hair. So it is of high quality, a high grade. So overall, definitely true to color, and definitely also included with that is the length. This is an 18-inch hair, and it's also very true to the length. You guys can see where it comes here. The next thing, shedding. Everybody, when they get hair, wants to know, how is the shedding? To be honest with you guys, I have actually two packs and maybe a fourth of another pack in my hair. The hair, to be honest, it does shed quite a bit. When I first got the hair, was sent the hair for review, I did initially co-wash it then at that time. When I co-washed it, the first 2 days or so, it was, completely fine. And after that, the hair did begin to shed just a bit. Now, on the back of the packaging, it did say that Prestige does pride itself in, basically being shed free. However, I can't say that, I didn't experience that with these bundles, because I did experience quite a bit of shedding. So, I mean, on a daily basis, I will, wrap up my hair with a satin bonnet at night and then take it off or what have you, and I'll just kind of gently comb through my hair or whatnot with my hands, and then also with my paddle brush. And I would say on average in the mornings, I probably would get about 15 strands in the morning. Throughout the day, I will gently finger comb through it or so, and see, no strands this time. But typically I'll finger comb through, there's one, and maybe get about 3 strands throughout finger combing throughout the day. So I would say on a daily basis, it's probably shedding probably about 25 hairs per day, which it is a good amount of shedding, but I can say that it's not to the maximum of which I've seen with some brands. So I can't honestly say that. The next thing is just blendability with the hair. I told y'all, you know, my hair is natural, so it is a little bit harder for me to blend my hair with this hair just because the textures don't typically match too much, and then because of the luster of the hair. However, I would say it does take a little bit of maintenance at night to achieve this style. I basically put, you know, larger flexi rods in there and roll it a certain type of way that majority of the times with a lot of weaves will keep my hair from, you know, frizzing, or basically keep it still in line with the hair and kind of flow, make it flow. But I do on a daily basis almost have to put heat in, or at least not every day, but maybe every other day I do have to continue to put, you know, some type of heat in it. But like I said, if you're not looking to put a lot of heat in your hair, that is definitely something to consider. Now, the very last thing that I want to talk about, you know, with the hair is basically tangling. Aside from shedding, that's also like the #1 thing that everybody wants to know about. How does it tangle? To be honest, the hair, when I first got it, being silky straight, the hair, I can't say I got too many, you know, tangles or clumps or anything like that. However, as, you know, I did begin to curl the hair with the pattern, I guess, you know, kind of resisting the texture that it was processed in, it does tangle a bit. So I will brush it, and, you know, throughout the day, and as I go on, I just typically like to play with my hair anyway, but, you know, going through it now, it's pretty okay. But if you know, sit there for a little bit, the hair does tangle just a bit, not too much, but just a bit. I think that overall though, if you guys are going to wear, you know, hair that is this length and basically in the hair in its natural state, is great. If it's, you know, if you want your hair long and silky, I definitely think this would be, you know, the hair for you, because it's great. It's, like I said, very silky, very true to length. And let me sit up here. So the hair actually comes to here on me, and then here. So that's how long the hair is and whatnot. So the hair is great. The hair is long. I love the length of it. I definitely think if you guys are going to be wearing the hair, particularly, like I said, you know, just want that bone straight look. And like I said, initially that's how the hair was. The hair is awesome for that. I would definitely seal my wefts though if you are going to get the hair, because like I said, the hair does shed, but with a good weft sealer, I actually use the one by Hair Extensions 101 typically, but I didn't apply it in this one because I just wanted to see how it did without the weft sealer. But yeah, I would definitely use that on the wefts first to prevent, you know, any additional shedding, or as much as possible. But yeah, special occasions, definitely it's a go. To have it silky, or if you just want that blow in the wind, you know, beachy type of hair that's just straight, you know, this hair is amazing for that. Like I said, if you got girls out there and, you know, planning on getting married or whatever the case may be, if you're going to prom, I don't know, you know, what have you, or whatever the case may be, honestly, I promise this hair would be excellent for smooth styling, things like that. Something that's going to give you that slick and finished look. And then also, like I said, I transitioned it to wavy hair, which I absolutely love. And I just basically have to roll it a certain way at night and make it come out nice and bouncy and pretty like this. But if you guys have any follow-up questions that I maybe did not address with this hair, let me know. And the link to where you can view the hair and make purchases on it will be listed below. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll be more than willing to answer them for you. I love you girls so much. I'm going to be coming at you with way more reviews, way more tutorials. You guys are still writing me, asking me, responding back to what you want to see. So I'm excited. I have a ton of things show you guys, and a ton, you know, of hair reviews that I'm going to be doing. So hopefully the next review that I'm going to be doing for you is on virgin Indian hair, or virgin hair period. So I'm excited about that, and look forward to seeing you guys soon. Love you so much. Thanks so much for continuing to tune in with me, and I will see you guys later. Bye.